All right, my name is Joshua Thomas. Actually, I attend Manatee High School. I'm a senior, and I'm here to read to the little kids today, just to give back to the community. It's our Read-A-Thon that we're having here at the Kelly Brown Resource Center. So, I think it's great just to give back to the community, just to give kids a chance to just come out and enjoy themselves and just have a good time, and we can just have fun and just mentor them a little bit, and it's going to be a great time. I feel as though it's going to be a great time.
Hello. It's important for every child to be able to read. And the emphasis now is on every child reading on grade level by third grade. And so we have to start early. It is my belief that we need to start as a prenatal activity so that even while that mother is carrying that child is hearing the words. It's important that even in the hospital we start reading to our children. The children who are here today are being read to by the members of the North Manatee Youth Crime Stoppers. These are middle and high school students in Manatee County. These children have, for one of their projects, to read to young children, not only the children who are here, but they were challenged over the Christmas holidays to read to children in their neighborhood. They got a chance to take the books home about Martin Luther King. We have those books on every level. They took the books home and they read over the Christmas holidays, and they're reading today. The first book that they will read to the children is about Martin Luther King, and then so many other books to choose from. Every child that is here today will get at least 2 books to take home and read, and then they'll get a chance to share those books with others in their families. It is our belief that the more readable material we have in the homes, the better our children are going to be able to read. We accept the challenge to make sure that the community is involved in making sure our children can read. They will be read to, so we've been talking with parents this morning. They also will be reading themselves. And if you look around, you'll see some children, some of our little people are reading to our teenagers. So we're very pleased, very, very comfortable with what Educational Consultants Consortium is doing with the children in our community. It is my desire that every individual here, including our parents, really know how important reading is for all of our children. But not only should they start that reading concept in kindergarten, but we'd like for our children to come to school reading. There are some easy books here with Doge words, and our children can actually enroll in our pre-K as well as our kindergarten programs reading or ready to read, knowing how to sit, knowing how to listen, knowing how to express their concerns. So we are very, very happy that parents are reading to children here today, children are reading to parents, and we are enjoying the process. If you look around, you'll see all kinds of conversations even going, and my boys even learned how to tie a tie. So it has been so much fun. We have been so blessed with this project. The Early Learning Coalition came to our rescue. They have given us more than 400 books to share with this community. So our children will be able to take these books home. They'll be able to read them, And then we're going to get a system going that if they want to turn those in and get some more, they'll be able to do that also. And because we're located right in the community, right next door to many of these children, it's going to be a case that they will know how important reading is, and they'll have the print material to read.
Community service is just a way for to let people know in the community that you actually care about where you live. And I just believe that if it weren't for community service, then we wouldn't be able to prosper as a community. We wouldn't be able to build things. We wouldn't be able to do many great things that we're able to do today. So I just think that community service is a way to just show that you care.
It brings children back to the community, and it helps them to read more.
Not a lot of kids get the chance to read books, and they get mistreated and abused, and some kids don't even go to school to learn how to read. So it's important to help kids while you can read and read to them to help them understand.
It's really a blessing to read because, like, some children in different countries don't have books to read like we do. So, like, we should really consider that when we read a book. I would tell all the parents that reading will take you a long way in life. So you could teach your kids how to read because it would definitely help them.
That you have to be able to read to do anything, and like with reading, you will know that you could, with knowledge, you can do anything you want.
It's kind of complicated to get them focused, but they was listening and following what I was reading to them.
I also have taught some of the kids some words, and they've said it back to me.
Just stay in school, and reading is important, and it's going to get you through life. Reading is one of the number one things that will help you in life.
It's important to have events like this because we would like the children and the parents to know that reading is very important. And we would also like to give them a book so that they can read at home and so that parents can know that these children need to read at home. I really work at Kelly Brown, and all the things that we do in community services, and all of our services are free. So we would like the community to know that they need to send their children up here so that they can be helped, so that they can do better in school, so that they can do better in their lives. For example, that to know that guns and violence are not the things that they need to do in their lives. And we are trying to teach these children that whatever they do or wherever they go, they can do better things than they see what's being done in Palmetto at this time. The Kelly Brown Center has tutors, and these tutors are teachers in Manatee County. And they are here to help the children in math, science, reading, English, and we also provide an art form. They have a choir, and they sing in the community. We try to provide also what we call the helping these children with their behavior at school, and we have a teacher for that also. It's important for us to have an event like this because we would like the parents in the community to know that we are here. And we are here to help kids, and we are here to help parents. We also have parenting classes. We are here to help. So as more people come in and learn about us, then we'll have more kids coming in and more parents coming in for help. We would like the parents and the kids to take away the idea that they can do better in the schools, they can do better in the community if they come up here for help. We would like for them to do that. And we would also like the kids to take away a book and come back up here for books, because we'll loan books out to them if they don't have books at home.
I want to help little kids understand the meaning of Martin Luther King.
Because he was a great figure in the United States, and he changed the country in so many different ways.
It is important so kids can learn what Martin Luther King did and about reading and how reading will help them in the long run.
What happened back then when they didn't know how segregation was around and they didn't have the same rights as white people.
Everyone needs to know their history. They need to know their history about Martin Luther King and how he helped us from slavery.
Because you don't know, one day it might happen again. So it's nice to read them to show what happened back then, because someday it might happen again where we don't have the same rights as other people.
My name is Jomita Roberts, and I'm here today to volunteer with the Kelly Brown Anna Gale Center, and my son also is a member of the organization. It stresses the importance of reading, and it's also we give back to the community. It says a lot for them that they want to make sure that they bring other kids along with them. It's very beneficial. If you can read, you can go a long ways in this world. Education, I've always stressed that to my son, that if you can read, it'll take you a long ways. It helps you in math and everything. Reading is fundamental. It just helps in all aspects of your life. Oh, it's important. When I was even pregnant with my son, I would read to him. And even coming out of the womb, I would always read to him. Reading is very important for all young people. You need that reading skill. I would like for all of the young students, even parents, to take away today that we are here for one. And that another thing that we need to stress reading, always stress reading, and every child should want to read and should know how to read. And if you can't read, we are here to assist you in your reading skills. Because a lot of kids do not visit the library, and a lot of kids do not have books at home. But this way, we giving them books to take home, and even if they continue to read that one book, at least we know that they're reading.
My name is Lakita Wester. I have a son who's attending the Anna Gale Center, and it's very important that for me to be here, not only as his mom, but just to support him in what he's doing. I really thank God for the Anna Gale Center. They help keep our kids off the street, and my son as well. So that's why it's important to me.
Tell us why you're here today. My name is Lynette White, and I'm here today to support my daughter, Shantisha White, who's a 14-year-old at Palmetto High School, and she's associated with the Annie L. Gale Center, and she's here daily, and they're here, doing different things, and I appreciate it because I'm here to support her in everything that she does, especially when it comes to education and being here to read to children today that are younger than she is. That's important to give back to our community because it keeps her from doing things that she shouldn't be doing, and it's keeping her involved so that she grows older to know what's important in life and that it's more to life than just hanging out with friends and doing things that aren't important. So it's a pleasure for me to be here today and to support the Annie Gale Center in their endeavor on reading to children today, because that's important, fundamental, and I appreciate it. It does. It makes me feel really proud because it makes you look and see, okay, there's more. She understands and has been listening, and it's not all fun and games all the time. It's not about just texting and not all about Facebook, but she's actually putting her talent and her gifts to what God has given her to use and being able to give it to other children. So I really am proud of her because she could have been doing something else on a Saturday morning, but she decided to come and do something that's important. So I really am proud of her.
I second that.
The importance of reading goes far beyond just the ability to be able to read, because when you're able to read, it opens up doors for things that are far greater, more important, and it teaches you things in life that are, that are going to come. You need reading for mostly everything that's going to take place in the world today. So to be able to read is the gate opener to other things that opens you up. My daughter loves to sing. She loves to write. She loves to play the guitar. So reading allows her to be able to get on her notepad, being able to write songs, and she's doing great in school. She's able to write poetry, and she's doing great things. So it opens the door for greater things. And when you as a parent back the child up to let them know that it's a good thing to read, it helps helping them and being there with them and just not telling them to go read, but actually coming with them and being a family doing things together, it lets them know that there's more to life and it's greater importance than just saying, oh, I read today, or they understand that there's a greater purpose for it. And so that's why I'm appreciating reading, and I love reading, and I'm glad that my daughter's enjoying it as well at her age now.
And what about you, young lady? What do you see?
To me, reading is very important. We're living in a time where the sky is the limit. You know, we need reading for so much as far as, work applications and, just getting a job. You just in documents, important documents. You want to be able to read and study to just sign something. You want to be able to know what you're signing. You want to be able to know what's required of you when you go, for a job. You need to know how to read in order to make it in this life. If there was a time where reading wasn't important. Us as African Americans wasn't able to learn to read. So, I encourage my sons. I have 3 sons. This one here is John Wester, and he's 15 years old at Palmetto High, and I encourage him to learn to read, learn your pronunciation, and like as she said, now that you can read, let's come show it. Let's come, share that with the younger kids. Give them and tell them the importance of reading, and then make them more so pick up a book and read, because we need to know how to read. We need reading in this time in life. I would say this is a great community event because if thinking back on my childhood, I can't think of a community center that I was able to go to, to spend my extra time. I found myself getting in trouble a couple of times. But by this center being right here in this community, it's been a big help to our kids in this community. And that's why I say I truly thank God for this center. It helps them not only stay off the street, but like she said, teach them the academics of this world, prepare them for a life after high school. Even if they don't go to college, it prepares them for the workforce. So I thank God for the Annie Gale Center.
Young lady, what about you?
It's important to me because I grew up right around here, right around the corner. I'm right out of the heart of Palmetto where this Annie Gale Center lies. So it's important to me, and it's a big event because when I was growing up 30-odd years ago, there wasn't this available. I actually did community service hours at the old Annie Gale Center for trouble that I was getting in. So for God to put me in a place and make a full circle and now be here for a different reason, for a different occasion, it's great, and it's very rewarding, because the same place where I was getting in trouble and had to do and babysit kids because of being told to and made to because of having to do community service hours for getting in trouble, to now be here with my daughter some 30 odd years later, it's just rewarding and it's very pleasing. And because when I was growing up around here, it was easy to get into trouble just like it is now. But to have something positive for the kids to be involved in and to be a part of and to share and to say that I did this with my daughter, it just feels great and it's wonderful.